All right, so welcome everyone who has joined us virtually. Please, if you can keep yourself on mute throughout the meeting. We will have public comment here in a minute. So if you have a public comment to make or you would like to make a nomination, please just either raise your hand or you can hit a little button down at the bottom of your screen that has a hand that you can raise and it'll come up in your screen. And then, so Jen, are you, I need somebody to put the people's names in order in the chat on the side. So who's going to do that?
You want me to log into the Zoom and do Q?
So we, as people have questions or want to make a comment, we need to put their names in the chat inside. Yeah. And can we pull up chat on the screen? Yeah. Fantastic. And thank you all for your patience. One day we'll have our own owl, maybe. And
you can buy a toucan for $150.
We will have a better idea how to run it. So your name will be put into the chat, just so that we know that this is our general meeting, but it's also our yearly election. So like I said, please keep yourself on mute. So we have 10 minutes for public comment. Do we have any public comment? Anyone need to raise their hand and have anything they want to talk about?
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
How many are on the Zoom line? Where do you see the names?
I don't know. I don't know.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I think there's 13.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus.
So if you look, see on the right hand side, see where the people are on the screen, and it says 13.
Okay.
No problem. So does anyone virtually want to make any public comment? Hi, Judge Jack. All right. So we would like to real quick welcome Cindy Kohler.
We have Whitaker watching the queue.
Okay.
Are any of the people that want to throw their name in? Are they gonna introduce themselves?
Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a minute. All right. And yes, that's going to happen when we get to the election part. Did you see the agenda? It's posted and we emailed it. Are there any other comments or questions? Okay, fantastic. Well, I would like to introduce Cindy Kohler. She's from the Office of Equity Engagement with the City of Eugene. Cindy, say hello.
Hello, everybody.
And we have Lindsay Leach, who is our city councilor for Ward 7. And they are both here to count the votes. And to make sure that we tally it up right, we'll do all of that. So just a couple of quick updates before we get started. Are we good? You're good?
I'm always good, baby.
Okay, good. So a couple of quick updates before we get started. There is a general meeting that is scheduled for June 11th. Some of you may be aware of they're doing the Pacific Coast Intermodal Port Project in Union Pacific. So we have reached out to them, the Whitaker Community Council has, and many people that are on the Public Health and Safety Committee have done a lot of work on this, and we're inviting more and more people to come, as well as every neighborhood association, every politician, every city person, and we plan on having a very large meeting where we're going to do some Q&A, and they're going to talk to us a little bit about what's going to happen with the train. And for those of you that don't know, there is a proposal that we will see approximately 10 1-mile-long trains every single day that are double stacked, and they're going to redo Union Pacific the train station in the Whitaker. So we don't know exactly what that looks like. It's still in the beginning stages, which is great. And we're also in the beginning stages of bringing it to the neighborhood because it has the likelihood of changing the Whitaker a lot.
It's a fueling station also, Carter.
Okay. Thank you. So, and you'll hear more about that. Like I said, please put June 11th on your calendars. So I'm really excited to make this announcement. Usually it wouldn't be me, but I figured I would go ahead and do it. For those of you that are aware, we were awarded a $750,000 grant last year. We've been waiting since October to get that money. The money will come in 3 segments. We'll get some this year, next year, and the year after. And we have been waiting and waiting and waiting since October for that money to land. And just last week, we got $250,000 deposited into our bank account. So we're very excited about that. That is for the Healthy Homes Grant. I suggest if you're not familiar with it, that it's online. You can go to our website and see it. There's lots and lots and lots of work. Briandra has done an amazing job as the WCC's first full-time employee. She is the executive director of the nonprofit. Briandra, why don't you stand up and get a little recognition? Come on. She has done a fantastic job. Not only did we receive this grant, we have also received some grants for some from some other local organizations that are nonprofit for our disaster preparedness to keep that going in the Whitaker. So we're really excited to make that happen and continue that. We've also partnered with the mission. So the mission actually has added Whitaker Community Council to their curriculum. I don't know if you're familiar with what they call the Life Change Program, but the Life Change Program, they've changed the mission a lot. And when someone comes and lives here, they get clean and sober, they can pick a couple of different paths. And one of them is the Life Change Program. And with that, they go out, they work, they help them get their ID, and they have classes that they have to take. And some people, it takes years, but eventually the goal is so that they get out, they get an apartment, they get a job, and they go and they become self-sufficient. So we actually partnered with them, and they are assisting us with the crew of people that Briandra is working with on the Healthy Homes Grant. And if you're not familiar with the Healthy Homes Grant, it is specifically for the Whitaker, and we have hired contractors that are from the Whitaker. So this will benefit not only renters, homeowners, but also people that work here. So we're really excited about that. And we do need to thank the mission. They have been generous enough to host our meetings, our general meetings all year, and continue to do so. So we owe them a big thanks, and we appreciate collaborating with them and networking within the community. I actually went to them, for those of you who know who the NLC is, that's part of the neighborhood association, but it's the Neighborhood Leaders Council, and they actually get to meet here now once a month for free. So they're a great asset to have. Julie Marie Bowman. She will be huge shoes to fill. She has been fantastic. We've been very lucky to have her this year as our secretary. She joined the board, and then she was appointed interim secretary and then was elected secretary. She's been very active. We're really lucky to have her. She applied for an Arts in the Park grant on her own. And she actually was not approved for just 1 year, but 2. So we've already received the check for this coming year. So just know that she's already working on getting bands, putting things together so that we will have activities in Scober Gardens. As well as, instead of having the ice cream social, which we've had traditionally over the years, we actually have a family day in the park where there's games and people bring their kids and there's, ice cream. We get an ice cream truck to come in. So it's been fantastic. Julie, you've done a great job. It's very kind. We had one of the most successful art walks in 2024, that's recent years. We're looking forward to increasing that this year. So I just got news today that actually the city reached out to our parks liaison and wants to discuss putting garbage cans throughout the neighborhood with the WCC and how we want to help them do that and make sure that it gets done, that's something we've been asking for a long time, and it will benefit everybody. So we're really excited about that. We don't really have any garbage cans. So it's something that we definitely are excited about, and I'm sure that you'll receive information about that as time goes. So I just want to make a quick reminder as well that Sacred Connections, who we've also chatted with, who's doing a great job. They again are doing a great Whitaker cleanup. It's on April 26th. Look them up online. Follow them on Facebook for details. They're really excited about going out. And maybe I'll see a dinosaur this year in my yard again.
Sure. Wait,
Sure.
sure.
Yes. All right, so let's talk about the election. So I did print out some of this. I'm just going to read because it comes straight from the charter. Okay, so membership section. The general membership is open to persons who live, work, or own property within the Whitaker. There shall be no voting by proxy. Each person from the general membership, age 16 and over, who has attended at least one meeting in the previous 12 months has the right to vote in a general meeting. We do keep record of that. You must sign in and designate how you are affiliated with the community in order to vote. So did we find that form online to send to people, or that they can fill out so the people that are in the meeting today?
It's at Google.
So we're gonna put a form out for everybody. Please fill out the form. You're gonna send it back, and we will have record of you being at the meeting today. You need to put that you live, own, or work in the community in order to be able to vote. So it's important to keep in mind that we are one of 23 recognized neighborhood associations. But not only are we a neighborhood association, we are also a 501c3 nonprofit. And this gives the board a little bit more to work with and to work on, and it gives us a little bit more responsibility. It also gives us the opportunity to bring a lot more into the neighborhood. There are 15 seats on the board. Everybody has an equal vote at the table. So it doesn't matter if you're a chair or you are an at-large board member. When it comes down to voting, we all are equal across the board, and we vote, and whatever is the unanimous, or whatever is whatever gets the most votes is what wins. Sorry, I'm really tired. I've been up since early this morning in Portland, blah, blah, blah. But you all know what I mean. The executive board simply has a few more responsibilities. So there's 4 executive positions and 11 at large. When there is, now this is important because this is a little different, and I took this out of the charter. When there is only one candidate for a position, the majority of votes cast for that position must be affirmative, which means that you have more yes votes than no. Okay, so if you run for a seat and you have 12 yeses and 13 noes, then you don't win the seat. If you have 13 yeses and 12 noes, then you win the seat. Briandra, can you please explain how the online portion is gonna work?
Yes, so I will be putting a link in the chat.
Have we asked everyone here?
Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, so I'll be putting a link in the chat. Well, first of all, I've gathered. Wait a minute, somebody's doing that. Julie's sending a form to determine.
I just sent it to
Okay,
Jen
perfect.
and Jen's
All right.
gonna post it.
Okay, so back,
See that, Jen?
back to the voting. So each position will have its own voting form. So you'll see the same link going into the chat over and over, but it will be updated as we go through the various titles. So you'll see their names there and then a multiple choice to vote yes, no, or abstain. And then we'll be gathering your votes on this end and Lindsay will count them. And
Do you want to send me that link,
which
the voting, or you have that?
I have that.
I was trying to say the attendance here.
Yeah, that's great, thank you.
So any questions about that or? It'll be pretty straightforward, so.
Julie, you wanna explain how voting in the room is gonna work?
Okay, so for in-person voting, everybody who is certified to vote, I think that's pretty much everyone here, is, they have a piece of paper that says the office that they're voting for. So for chair, if there's more than one candidate for chair, you're gonna vote the person that you want to see as chair. Write their name on your paper, put it in the box. If there's only one person running for any office, you're gonna write their name and then you're gonna write yes or no. If you don't want to vote, you're just gonna abstain. Abstaining is not handing in a paper ballot. You don't have to do anything to abstain if you're in person. Any questions on that? If you're in person, pretty straightforward. All right.
All right, fantastic.
Oh, and Cindy is gonna collect the votes here in person. Lindsay is gonna tabulate both of those things, the online votes.
So, and starting with the nominations, you can feel free to nominate yourself or be nominated by someone else. If you're nominated by another, you can accept or decline. That's up to you. We'll go chair, vice chair, secretary, treasurer, and then at-large positions. All of the nominations are made for a seat. The votes will be, once the nominations are made for one seat, it's going to take a little time, and I appreciate everyone's patience. So once the nominations are made for one seat, then those will be counted, and then the winner will be announced, and then we'll move on to the next seat.
Okay. Once people are nominated, they're gonna have 2 minutes to talk about.
Yeah, yes,
Sorry, I didn't know if you-
it's okay. And my next thing was, did I leave anything out?
Oh, well, there you go.
Yes, and so if you're nominated, you can talk for 2 minutes.
And we'd like people to consider things like, what would you like to accomplish on the board? What are you passionate about? Where would you like to see growth or change in the community? And what skills do you bring with you? So the only things you can talk about, but those are things to think about. 2 minutes to talk.
Okay, so let's start with nominations for chair.
I'm gonna nominate you. I know.
I accept. Do we have any other nominations for chair? Going once, going twice, 3 times, all right, so let's send out, make sure everybody, if you have any questions about your online voting and how it works and when it comes.
Let's hear your 2 minutes. Don't worry about it.
So like 2 minutes. All right, I will tell you what, so I actually have some ideas that I would like to see for some changes in the Whitaker for the coming year. I would really like to see more community participation. And by doing that, I think if we take some time and we focus on committees and people that are on the ground, that are out in the community, that are passionate about anything, whether it's garbage cans, whether it is, we are gonna face some major changes without cahoots, with what's happening with our food, with all of that. We have some major obstacles that we're gonna come up against. So if you are passionate and you wanna talk about something, you wanna be on a committee, what I would like to see the WCC go to is to 4 general meetings a year, and that's what's in our charter. And what that does is that gives us more time to actually do committee meetings. Once a month, I will tell you, the Health and Safety Committee is extremely successful. It has several people that participate, and I wanted to give a clap of hands to them as well, because they do a lot. And right now, they're taking on everything that nobody else wants to. So it would be nice to take some of those things to talk about the train, have a committee about that. And anything, whatever it is you're passionate about, if it affects our neighborhood, then let's participate. Let's hit the ground. Let's talk about it. And then once a quarter, we'll all come back together. We'll come to a general meeting and we'll actually have something to talk about and some success stories and look for some things that we can do to help make some changes. So if anything, this year, we're facing some significant change and some significant loss. And right now, we're going to need community more than we ever have. So thank you very much. All right, so now Duran's, your county votes. Julie, you can give us a little song and dance while we wait.
A little song and dance. All right. So I don't have song and dance, but I do have a little sneak peek on the summer concert series, which is going to start July 17th and run through, I forget what date. We're trying to get some new bands this year, and I do have Skip Jones confirmed to play for us at the Ice Cream Social Family Fun Day in the park, and that is on August 23rd. Somebody else new to the series is going to be Marcus Brown. Marcus Brown does Americana, and I tried to get him last year, but he was already booked. He's going to play July 24th. Of course, we open with Brian Cutan because we can't start the series without him. Brian's been with us for maybe coming up on 30 years now. Samba Job will play. They can't close our season this year because they have a conflict, but they're still going to play before us on August 7th. So we don't quite have all of them nailed down, but just about all of them. And we're really excited about being part of Parkville Parks again. Music on Thursday starts at 7 and runs until 8:30, 45 or so. The Family Fun Day Ice Cream Social is going to run from 12 to 5 because whatever hours we did last year down there killed me. It's going to be shorter.
Thank you so much for all your work and your continuing to do
Still
that.
free ice cream, still free games. I'm working on the face page, maybe.
So we ordered door knocking for our permit. There was a specific request for more tender desert rat. So if you want to get a hold of them, you can put you in touch.
All right, I've forgotten. Did they play for me? Did you?
Yes, it was the one that I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
They were cute. They were.
Also, since we're chatting a little bit, so we are shooting to start the last Friday Art Walk on May 30th. Last year we started it in April, and a lot of not just artists, but also venues. It was raining, it was cold, wet, it was not the most comfortable situation. So several people said that maybe it was a little too early. So we still have 6-8 weeks from now until then. I've already started contacting some people that are excited to join. There's already new people reaching out. So we would like to have some members of the Whitaker Community Art Team. So if you're interested in joining the Whitaker Community Art Team, please just send us a message. You can go to the website, which is the Whitaker Last Friday. It's Whitaker Last Friday Art Walk. You can go to the Facebook page, send a message, or just simply email whitakercommunitycouncil@gmail.com.
Yeah, results.
We have our results.
Had a total of 18 votes, 17 yes, and Margaret.
Margaret is the chair.
Okay, thank you very much. Next we get to vice chair. So I myself would like to nominate Derek David. To say a couple things about Derek. Derek has been in the community for a very long time. He's very active in the community. Derek owns a business in the community. He has been coming to our some of our committee meetings, which is great. And I will tell you that Derek himself, sorry, has recently actually reached out to the mission himself and said that he wants to be part of the Life Change program as well for his shop. And he's going to start teaching people how to work on vehicles so that maybe he can get some apprentices and actually hire someone so they can start earning a living on their own, taking people that have no other means and no education to do so and training them to do that. And if you ask me, that's what the Whitaker is all about, is helping people and doing that. And so I would like to nominate Derek. Do you accept? I do. Do we have any other nominations for vice chair? Okay, going once, going twice? Yeah, Derek, you want to talk for 2 minutes? Oh, I
Really, I
yeah.
almost got away with it.
I know, I just want to hear what you're gonna say.
Thank you for the nomination,
Yeah,
Margaret.
keep me in mind.
Once again, my bride and I have owned a business here in the Whitaker neighborhood for close to 12 years, been in Eugene my entire life. I really enjoy the direction that the Whitaker neighborhood has gone over the years. We got a lot of things that we worked on and worked through, and we're continuing to grow. I enjoy the growth. Being involved as a volunteer at the mission here is a new thing for me, and I'm looking forward to becoming more involved over here. The Life Change program is an awesome program we put together. Becoming more involved in the Whitaker neighborhood itself is very exciting for me. I've gotten a position now at the shop that I'm not having to work in the business as much. I can kind of work on it, and part of working on it is becoming more involved in the community. And the Whitaker community itself is something that I'm pretty passionate about, making sure we continue to go the right direction. So thank you for the nomination.
Thank you very much. Do we have any other nominations for vice chair? All right, let's vote. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you guys like to go on? That's a girl who does it's on vacation. I'm not with that. Beth works here. She drinks the food. Actually, I'm going to talk to you. All right. Good.
Yeah, those secretary.
We have a online comment. Linda, if you would like to unmute yourself.
What does it say?
Linda Flower Power has raised their hand.
Hi, Linda. You want to unmute yourself and can you pin a message? to
Yes.
make it visible?
Hi. I'm just having trouble finding the link to vote.
It is in the lower right-hand corner. There's a thing that looks like a little comment flag, and that will open up the chat, and that is where those links are.
Got it. Thank you.
Is anyone else having trouble finding the link to vote?
Yes, this is Susan. I am having trouble on my iPhone. I don't see where it is.
It might be if you click the lower three dots.
There are
a menu will pop.
There's no lower three dots on my phone.
Or three line. I'm trying to.
Is there
It
three
just says
lines?
that. Says reported problems, settings, hide captions. call, activities. That's what it says at the bottom on those three dots.
I'm trying.
Well, how about if we text it to you, Susan? Miranda's gonna text you the link.
Oh,
Okay, thank
Got it.
you.
No, she says she can't do that.
can't
Hold
do
on.
that. I'm just trying to figure out how.
Oh, she's looking at her iPhone. Yeah, I have an Android, so sorry.
Oh, I changed my vote.
Here, Durandra, I got this if you want. I will,
You got it on? Okay.
yeah. Give me 1 second, I'll see what it looks like.
Okay, I think I found it. It's in the chat.
Yeah, it's in the chat.
This link.
All right, are you good, Susan?
Yeah, found it. Thank you.
Does this mean you get to vote 3 times?
Brianna, how about you? Do you have anything you want to talk about? You want to talk about healthy homes just for a minute?
No, we're good. We're good.
Well, I mean, it's quiet, you know, everybody was sitting here.
It's okay, we're good. It's all right. Good likewise. So take it easy.
It's so quiet all day long. I'm just sitting somewhere.
All right. Was there anybody in that day?
Yep.
Okay.
I think we can blow this on.
So just as a public service announcement, and understand that the WCC has taken no stand on the fire tax or what it means and what's happening with that. But today the Chamber of Commerce met and they decided that they don't really want to make a decision about what's happening with that yet until they hear from the public. So if anyone has an opinion about whether they are for it or against it, however they feel, and they want to go talk to the chamber and make sure that their voice is heard, then the next Chamber of Commerce meeting, that's what they're going to talk about, and they're going to ask for the community to come and tell them how they feel and what they want to see happen with that money. Or not. And I think they want to talk about, you know, if we were to lose programs, which ones do you want? Just whatever, if you have an opinion about it, go to the meeting, share it. And let's hope that they hear the majority of whatever Eugene has to say.
Margaret, are you able to provide the event?
Actually, I don't know, but you know when that meeting is?
For the chamber?
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's probably-
I can,
Yeah.
okay, we'll find out.
I am ready to.
Okay, so the results are in?
19 yes for Derek and 2 abstentions.
Okay, so 19 yes, 2 abstentions. Congratulations, Sheriff. Welcome aboard. We're very excited to have you. All right, next. Drum roll, please. Next is secretary. Do we have any nominations? Except for Julie, who has already said no.
Well, since I'm not gonna do it, I figure I should probably throw somebody else under the bus and I'm gonna nominate Jen.
We were just actually discussing which one of us might go for treasurer.
Oh, okay. So you guys are fine.
One's treasurer, one's secretary, Rochambeau.
Good point over here. It's fun, they told me. It's easy.
I know it, I am a secretary of the board.
Don't lie to you.
So why don't you please accept the nomination, Jen?
Make sure all communications go out the right time and all that
Yes,
stuff.
I will, Jen, I got your back.
All right, yes.
All right, Jen, you want to talk for 2 minutes? Do we have any other nominations for secretary? I'm sorry? Did someone say something? He is not here. Oh, Susan?
There's a list of secretaries.
Yeah, Susan, you want to come and join the board? We'd love to have you. All right.
I'm thrilled to accept this nomination for secretary. Yeah, it would be really nice. I would be the loudest talker in the room for a change. Thanks, Margaret.
You're welcome.
No, and the Liquor Community Council has really done a lot of really amazing things under Dory and Derek. And I consider help with home parent of, improving accessibility, mold remediation, all of these things. And making it so that like people can't get kicked out of their house after we make these improvements. All of this stuff is really, really impressive to me. I love the concept of the market. It's been really great to have Julie as an ally in my work at the Whatever Community Market and trying to make Silvergird into an active and pro-social space. And yeah,
If any of you think that you recognize her, she was being like volunteer of the year or something from the weekly. I know it's her picture was on the weekly and they had a big article.
the one thing I think I can really actually
We are.
I have a background in nonprofit management and public administration, and so this is a unique entity that is both of those things. And I am a process person, and so I can kind of help make sure that those processes happen correctly and that we can keep doing the same good work. Thank you so much.
I know Jen a little bit from years ago. And one thing I found out about Noah and Jay is you want her on your team. You don't want to be playing against her.
We're lucky to participate at all and to be a part of the board. We'll be able to level and we're excited about that. Thank you. Oh, come on. We're gonna have some fun. Coming and assisting in this, it is an incredible help.
And I will say, I did win my upper Willamette election by the slimmest margin of only 97%. So.
What is plot?
Oh. So, just to point out a couple things, because I'm sorry, just standing here twiddling my fingers. Just so that y'all know, the Whitaker Neighbors page was once the Whitaker Community Council's page. However, probably 4 years ago.
Don't look at me.
No, when you found the date.
Don't remember if I did.
I
Oh,
think
it was in 20.
So in 2022, 2021, the board made a vote and gave the page away. So when somebody comes on the Whitaker Neighbors page and says, hey, Whitaker Community Council, this, that, or the other thing, that it has nothing to do with the council. And if you're on Facebook already and you're part of the group, please just go to the Whitaker Community Council page, because we have a Facebook page too, as well as we have a full-blown website. And we would love for you to come to our Facebook page and follow activities, see what we're doing, see what's happening. You can see agendas there. Everything that happens is on that page. And I know there was a little confusion about that. However, we did look it up and it was actually voted on when Ian Bray was the chair. And the board, it was not unanimous. I'll just leave it at that. But so anyone that's on that page that has anything to do with that page does that on their own, not in association with the WCC. And you may see activities posted on there because It's a winter page, but it is not a WCC page. Are we good?
We're good. We got 18 yes votes for Jen and nothing else.
Oh! All right, WCC treasurer, you know, I wrote these things down, but the treasurer shall supervise the financial affairs of the council and make periodic reports to the board, membership meetings. Just so that everyone knows, at this point, we do have a bookkeeper that's on staff that's hired that keeps all of our stuff. So pretty much the treasurer is just is a job that watches over and hopefully maybe does taxes, something like that, when the time of year comes. Do we have any nominations for chair? for treasurer? I had to drive that week for Portland.
Like I said, I think Daniel looks like he works in a bank.
Responsible person.
Oh, what? So you want to nominate
I would
Daniel?
like to nominate.
Jen nominates Daniel.
Do we have any other nominations for treasurer? And you can nominate yourself. All right, going once, going twice.
Wait. So the noise in the room was pretty loud, and I really didn't hear who was nominated just now.
Daniel was nominated. I was nominated.
Oh, all right. Well, okay. I've been the chair for like most of the last 20 years. I'm happy to relinquish that if Daniel feels like he's got something to do. I'm okay with it.
All right, well, is there any other nominations for treasurer?
Jen, are you saying you are not going to run?
Do you want me to run?
It's up to you. I just want to put your name here if you're wanting to.
Well, you know, I think maybe I'd be satisfied, happy to just be a board member this time around and let him take it because, you know, he may have a lot of fresh energy for the job.
I do have a quick question before we move on. And you're right, you have been doing the job for a long time, and you are a great asset and have an incredible amount of knowledge regarding some things. And not being the treasurer, would you still make yourself available if we got in a bind and needed to ask you a few questions?
Oh yeah, I'm always here to advise. So if
Thank you.
Daniel needs assistance, the organization needs assistance, I'm happy to provide that.
Fantastic. Thanks, Tim. Thank you. All right. Are there any other nominations for treasurer? All right, Daniel.
Yeah, hello, my name is Daniel Williams. I live in Whitaker. I've lived here some time. I have a young family. I have two little girls named Anna and Marie, and they love just neighborhood. They love the parks. This is a favorite place for us all to be. So anything that I can do to help and make this a more pleasant and a social place. My interests are music and art. So in service of that and building community around people who enjoy those things, which is most people, I would love to work with Julia and setting up student music at the park. And I'm happy to do whatever I can on the hard block. As treasurer, you'll be pleased to know I have no history of embezzlement. A. B, apparently I look like I work in a bank. It's the preponderance of evidence that says you should choose me for this. And there's no one else running, so it's that. But pleased to meet all of you who have today. I look forward to meeting you more in person.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Mr. Vice Chair. Congratulations.
Yeah. So I can let's hear for it. Yeah. Next chance yesterday.
So just so, everyone is aware, so what we just elected was the executive board. From time to time, although if everyone, when we do a vote, no matter if you are an at-large member, no matter if you are a chair, everyone has the same vote when we vote on things in a meeting, when we sit around the table. Sometimes things come to the council that are, that maybe we are asked to not make public, sometimes the executive board will step up and step into situations and bring those situations back to the board in general. In every board that I've been on, and I've only been on the council for, this will be my 7th year, I think. There's always been, when we did all the COVID stuff, there was always some closed door meeting with Ian and Gail, but nobody knew what it was. And then they brought back whatever information that they processed and they talked about, and then they had a vote. And so that's part of what the executive board does. For myself, I was on vacation, and I also have been struggling with some other things this last year. And, you know, the executive board has stood up and taken care of things while I was gone, which was great. And thank you all very much for that. And I don't know how I missed it, but I also really wanted to say thank you to the 2024-25 board. You guys have done an amazing job, and we have gotten all that stuff I listed earlier was just a small amount of things that we've actually accomplished over the year. So, and every year it seems like we accomplish a little bit more. We just need more participation from more facets of our neighborhood so that we get everybody involved, which is what I would like to see. All right. Oh, are we done? Okay.
We have 20 yes votes for Daniel and 0.
Wow. All right. Correct. I think I missed that.
You want me to do one?
So next is an at-large board member. What an at-large board member does is they attend the meetings. And the nice thing about being, I was an at-large board member for several years, is that it does give you an opportunity to put your hand in more than one thing. You don't have extra responsibilities, such as being treasurer and have to, go to a meeting and make sure that the money's all there. Being an at-large board member, you can do things that you're passionate about. You can start a committee. You can reach out and pay attention to things that may be affecting your part of the neighborhood specifically. Things that you want to see happen, change that you want to make. So, at-large board member, do we have any, but we're going to do this one at a time.
We could do them all together. Why don't we do that? One big vote, because I can just.
And then what? You just vote yes or no on each one?
Yeah, if we want to get all the nominations in one place, we can do them all in one link or vote. Does that
make sense to everyone?
Yes.
I think we need to, and for people who are here in person, I think you're gonna write one name on each piece of paper. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no.
So
everybody has
do it
4.
like this.
Everybody has 4, I believe, with their ballot. But if we have more than 4 people, we have room for more than 4 at-large members, and I have ballots for more than 4 at-large.
Correct. We have 11 seats.
Correct. So for as many people as we have running for at-large members, I'll make sure that everybody has a ballot. People here in the room will write the name and write yes or no. People online will follow the link and do the same thing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
So just so I get this clear, so Jan, did you nominate yourself for an at-large position? You said you would rather be an at-large member?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I thought you said Jen.
In the room.
Yeah, I would like to nominate myself for board.
Fantastic. So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Oh, sure. Yeah, I've been in Whitaker for, well, since the 70s, and I left for a while and came back, but I've been in my current home on West 5th since 93, so that's about 31 years now. I've been a board member or an executive, the treasurer of the WCC for most of the last 20 years or more, so I know a lot about the deep history of the organization. I know where the records are. I know how to collate, and I know a lot about the banking and the finances. So I'd like to be around to advise the new treasurer as well. My interests in the community are seeing the living standards and the quality of life improve in our community, and I'm really chuffed that the WCC has recently gotten this enormous grant from the Oregon Housing Authority. I think it's going to do a lot to improve the quality of life for people in the community who are living in substandard housing, who are elderly, who cannot help themselves. And so this organization has really done a lot of really great things in the last couple of decades. And I'm really pleased to work with the organization. So I'd really like to remain on the board and continue that work.
You see that there's a question in the chat. How many at-large board positions are open?
There are 11.
Can we get, before we vote on this, can we get?
Yeah, we're gonna get everybody up. And
Right. Yeah, we're not going to vote yet.
Any other nominations?
So are there any other nominations for at-large?
I nominate myself.
Okay,
Yeah.
Janet? Janet, you want to talk for a minute?
I will.
Can everyone hear Janet, or Janet, you want to come up front?
You want me up there? at the podium?
Whatever you want. Can everyone hear her?
I'll just stand.
Okay.
I was involved with the Whitaker, well, first of all, I've been a resident, Air Force brat. My dad was a master sergeant. We lived in Japan, South Carolina. It's actually hailed from Texas. In 1960, my dad retired from the Air Force. We lived in South Carolina. He brought us to Eugene, Oregon. We lived on West 7th Street, what used to be a greenhouse. 2 years there, moved out to Bonita, came back in. I married, and we lived in a duplex again in the Whitaker neighborhood, 1262 West 5th, for 5 years. And currently, I purchased my duplex in 1988. So that adds another 37 years. So I'm a 44-year resident of the Whitaker collectively. Yeah, I think years in. And I'm keenly interested in the community. Back in the early 2000s, I came back from California briefly. The train horns were enormously loud. And I discovered that internationally, not just locally, that those train horns were blasting prior to the change at 88 decibels. And then they were allowed to put horns, not whistles, four directional, and blasting it up to, I believe, 120 decibels. So I was very active in initiating the first quiet zone. I contacted several, I did a lot of research on it and understanding fundamentally how railroads are fairly sovereign creatures, should we say. And I was fairly successful, but we had a group of folks that were interested in closing off every other street. From Blair to High, I believe there were like 11 gated crossings. Yeah. So I'm keenly interested in this intermodal port. Coos Bay is turning out to be an international port, and it's going to bring about a lot of changes to the community. So I'd like to serve some more, to see that through. So
Thank you very much, Janet.
thank you.
So I see there's a hand up, Linda? Linda, you raised your
Hi,
hand?
yes. I just wanted to nominate myself, but maybe this isn't quite the time yet.
Always the perfect time.
Okay,
So we would love to have your nomination, Linda.
okay.
Can we have your last name?
Yes.
Okay, what is it?
Yes.
Hi. I'm trying to give you my picture as well, but there, hi.
Oh, thank you. We're really excited. Hi, Linda. I haven't seen you since the disaster preparedness. I'm very excited to have you join the board. That's fantastic.
Thank
So
you.
can you tell us your last name so that Julie
Yes,
has
my
it?
last name is Frohbach, and that's spelled Frohbach. And I have a long history with Whitaker. I've lived in Whitaker off and on for over 50 years. I currently live a little bit up River Road, but still very close and come to Whitaker most days. I have 2 adult children who currently live there, as well as many friends, and I also own property there. I have a deep interest in Whitaker and continuing the livability of Whitaker. I'm concerned about the trains and the trash, and I'm also interested in getting more people involved in the Whitaker Community Council. There are just many people who aren't even really aware what goes on. So I guess that's what I would like to say.
Fantastic. Thank you.
And Linda, can you spell your last name one more time? Is it?
Yes. Frohbach.
Thank you, got it.
Yes. All right, do we have, is Chris Horton online?
Dan has his hand up.
Oh, Des.
Dan?
Oh, I would just like to say, I don't really need anything else to do. I feel called. And so I guess I'm offering myself.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Chris?
Dennis has said that.
Okay, I was just looking to see if Chris was there.
Okay, I guess I'll go
Yeah,
first. Yeah, I would like to nominate Susan DeTroy for the board.
Yes. Yeah. Susan?
I think she's still with us.
I am here and
She's thinking about it.
I am here and this year I am working on 3 really big art projects. One that's coming to the hybrid gallery. No, thank you. I have very much on my plate for 2025, but thank you.
Well, just, and thank you, Dan. That was a great nomination. And Susan, we do appreciate your participation and you making every attempt to join our meetings. It's important and I appreciate you coming.
You're welcome.
I said, I appreciate you usually make all of our meetings and I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okie dokie.
I would like to nominate Chris Horton. Chris, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here, and you could probably hear my 2-year-old in the background. Thank you, Margaret. Yes, I accept your recommendation and would like to run again for an at-large board seat. I've served on the Whitaker Community Council as an at-large member for a year. I've lived and owned property in the Whitaker for 4 years. Although I grew up in Eugene, I spent my childhood and high school here before moving to New York and then Los Angeles and moving back to Eugene during the pandemic with my family. And when I ran a year ago, it was to, try to get some representation on the board for folks with young kiddos. I've got a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old, and I see that maybe by osmosis has inspired Daniel, who lives across the street from me, to also run. So I really think that it's important that children who live in the Whitaker have safe parks to play in, clean streets to run through, and lots of events that allow for multi-generational, multi-income, for folks of many different backgrounds. And that's one of the things I love about the Whitaker. And being a board member, I've been delighted to have attended many events, that I think contribute to that neighborhood vitality. And I'd like to continue in that role as a board member, including, ideally with, committees that help keep our parks safe and clean and retain businesses in the neighborhood. Outreach, I think, to local businesses is crucial for, continuing, not only the vitality for the neighbors that live here and work here and play here, but for businesses to retain their services here. And I'm going to mute myself because my kids have escaped from their bath, and appreciate your consideration.
Thank you, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
All right. Do we have any other nominations?
I'd like to nominate Jan. Is interested.
Jane, are you in there?
Jane Elliott?
Yes.
That'd be great.
Yep.
Jane Elliott.
If you're willing.
Jane, we see you're online. Can you hear me? Can you take yourself off mute? Hello.
She might have just left.
Can you poker?
She's so mad at you.
I know.
Okay. Will you look for her?
I don't see her anymore.
Okay, I'd like to nominate Joanna DeFelice. Are you there, Joanna?
I'm here, but I have no idea what you're nominating me for. I'm listening to this, but I'm also listening to one of the ham radio nets. So I apologize for that. But yeah, what are you nominating me for?
That's okay. I want to nominate you for a board position because of that very reason. Joanna has been so important in our public health committee. She's a ham radio operator, so in the eventual, not when, but if disaster that'll hit the Whitaker, she'll be our chain of command to get critical information up to higher EMT sources and MCOMs. She's had a long history of emergency preparedness and is a great asset. So would you accept that nomination, Joanna?
I will accept, but since you've got me on the fence here now, I want to ask yet again, because I keep pushing this, that if anyone is interested in learning more about communicating when everything's down but radios, if you've got an FRS, a ham radio, or a GMRS and would like to practice with some of the rest of us, please let me know and we'll get going. That's it.
All right.
She did accept.
She did accept, yeah.
Okay, so Joanna, you want to tell us a little bit about what you bring to the board?
Oh, I've got
She just did? Okay, great, fantastic.
And Jane Elliott came back.
Jane Elliott.
I would like to nominate you if you would consider being an at-large member. Pretty please with sugar. Julie?
Jane, are you there?
Yeah, are you nominating me?
I was nominating you.
No, but thank you so much, but no. Nope.
Are there any more nominations for an at-large board member? Okay,
Does everyone see how to spell Joanna's name here in the room?
no.
Okay.
Defelice.
That's her last name.
Right, how do you spell her? I'm just putting first name.
Joanna, Joanna.
That's what I got.
Defelice, DEFLICE. Is that the close of nominations for board members?
Yeah, all right, so I do believe that's the close of nomination for board members.
So.
We would also, for those of you that can't see, we would like to thank the officers from Eugene PD who came to see how the Whitaker puts on an election. Thank you for joining us very much.
Hold on. So we have 5 people running for member at large: Dennis Ramsey, Janet Ayers, Linda Robach, Chris Horton, and Joanna DeFelice. Get everybody? Yeah, right, yes or no on each one, and I don't think you need that.
Tim, sure, last chance.
What?
Last chance.
No way.
Yeah, we didn't nominate you.
I don't know, no.
No, I figured you would say that. Keep it interesting now.
Give it back. Years ago, like that was
Right, one, who? Jane said no, thank you.
Janet, Linda, Chris, and Joanna.
She goes to City Club. I figured we'd have her. You like?
Jane attends a lot.
What's that?
Yeah, I should have her coffee. We should have a glass.
Yeah, interesting. That was, yeah.
Daniel, I'm excited that you want to volunteer with me for the art department. Okay.
Something like a musical.
But it's also a lot of fun. It's a good place to bring your kids.
Yeah.
And did you come to the music last year? Okay, yeah, just a Uber. And we do Thursday nights, starting Thursday after country fair, which this year is 17% late. And we do every Thursday. And then we do Saturday afternoon, like our break down yard games. We do bids, like,
No.
grow watermelon, nice, grow watermelon. And last year somebody was painting. And then I did something.
Oh, yeah.
Just go there. You get all the all gas station live.
Yeah.
You know, the story there.
Yeah, and then we get some stickers and temporary tattoos and little prizes. Yeah.
A little bit better connection with the homeless people too, you know, it's all part of the same.
I got the, yeah. I went to well, we did the same conversation in social.
So there's a lot of people that, you know, when they're getting, you know, I never, no.
Yeah, we used to, so much respect for Chris and she lots of block parties. Like I said, we're not. You have celebration with the bands and. And, yeah, and then there was policing, like. Yeah, they were counting. They were out early.
I don't know. I don't know. I know that there's a lot of drama. So that's why.
I know. Including what's happening in that park. Once the railroad gets all the buses, it's gonna change everything. You know, they're building a 5-story apartment building. In the parking lot. They already sold. They've already got permits. I don't know.
Is that housing?
It's not low income from what I understand. Bullshit. I have no idea. Thank you very much.
40%.
And I don't make sure.
Because I'm at 9,000 years, some kind of way. What happened to the property tax money? It was still. And had $11 million slush fund. 2 million. 3. It's charged them fire tax. Like they labeled it fire tax because it's
I agree that it probably should have gone to a vote at some point, but it also should have.
even the fire department.
Received this, should have received this back after because the city should apply for grant funding to bridge the budget gap and or they should change the.
I mean, you got EWA,
Like, arcade, feedback. System, not increased since 1984. So, you know, they do need to actually. Because people spend more of their money on stuff, and there's people don't. So like, there's people don't need to buy as much things.
I can't keep getting it. 40%. I went to the I got a sheet. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody goes, he's always,
I think the best one. You can ask people to are.
Secretary is always
They come to get, you know.
How do you fit up minutes?
You gotta get there because why you have to come there.
Yes.
I mean, that's.
That's not there. There's like, yes.
And I mean, I've read the budget. I know.
Well, they're around long enough to get you on the executive board, you know?
Yeah, I knew it was gonna happen. That's why I decided just to, not fight it.
The budget and something changed. Well, you know, Steve was getting.
Yeah.
Was No, he was.
Yeah, and there's.
They're just trying to like slow down. Mr. Whitaker.
Yeah.
Tired.
Sort of matter, right?
Yeah.
So they need to go right in.
So yeah, no, like, they're working way up to the park system and, but.
I have a plan to drive my.
Yeah.
Drive my car.
Cause I've been, trying to that, let's go over and all the things for a while, and like, I was like, here's this OECD agreement, you know, let's give $10 million to our community, you hold back on this stuff, to our community, these just had this, you know, it was an oral virus, the other one that was going around, but yeah, but it's not during the, yeah, no, but just, there's a lot of people. Yes, is that you could sell in our world.
Put in your.
Well, like, the drone does have a
Cut into the metal or.
and so there's about the 20
What is it?
I
well, yeah, I also started a lot, so I will- yeah. Maybe I moved out there.
Yeah, that's. Take your minute.
We know what. Wait.
So who wants to join the Whitaker Community Art team? We know Daniel does. Come on, Susan, if you want to help me with the Whitaker Community Art team this year, just help with the art walk a little bit.
Communications director or
Oh,
something.
that's. You can promote your own artwork. No, no, because we don't charge, there's no one. And by the way, you get. Yeah.
So, yeah. And that's all we need. And the rest will invite the city manager. The young little folk are, I think,
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I come in the shade. Or it's easy to make it. But where does those at?
Correct. Yeah.
You know.
And even stuff. And then online, certainly, you know, there are a lot of.
I'm hearing from executive session, so that's always. Or county.
Yeah, 60 now.
I think they tried to take it.
Okay. Everyone that ran for an at-large position has won. So fantastic. So we now have, 10 or 9 board members.
Julian, how many?
5 at large.
8, 9. Oh, 5 at large and 4 executives. So there's 9 board members. Welcome to the Whitaker Community Council. So, actually, we need everyone's email and contact information. It's a little different because, we are, online. Do we have all of that in the voting? Do we have their
They
emails?
get their attendance.
Not everyone. No,
So we need your contact information because our first meeting of the Whitaker community of the board meeting, and it will be for board members, will be next Wednesday and it will be online. We will shoot to have an in-person meeting at Derek's house with a barbecue before the end of the summer. But our first meeting will be hybrid and it's next Wednesday. And then we will take it from there about when our next meeting, I think our next meeting after that won't be until June. Unless it's a committee meeting.
Personally paying $5 if you do the communications and notifications for this one, as is legally required to the secretary.
I can do that.
Thank you.
I was just gonna present the 25-26 Whitaker Community Council Board. We have Margaret Steingren, Chair. Derek David, Vice Chair. Genevieve Schack, Secretary. Daniel Williams, Treasurer. Dennis Ramsey, Member at Large. Janet Ayers, Member at Large. Linda Frobach, Member at Large. Chris Horton, Member at Large. And Joanna D. Police, Member at Large.
Hola.
Thank you everyone who's returning. Welcome everybody who's new. We really appreciate your support. And I'm done.
So we need contact information. We need contact information so that we can send everyone, how to agenda and how to get to the next meeting.
So,
We have some things we have to talk about immediately, like.
okay, so I have contact
Let me
information.
know if you're interested in that, Tim. All right, thank you.
I have contact information for everyone except for Linda. And Linda, I will reach out via our mutual acquaintance and get that from you so that you don't feel like you need to put it to public chat. Does that work for you? Linda? Yeah.
All right, fantastic. All right, meeting adjourned. Thank you very much.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Let's go celebrate.
Woo!
Okay.
All right, let me call.
So we don't need the.
Let's throw it all in the box.
I'm gonna, in the box, I'm gonna put everything I put together. Yes.
Okay.
So that we can.
And so we get that box before we enter the storage. Brianna, can we give you this box?
Yep.